Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is a short video, inshallah, about Umrah. Um, Umrah is one of the wonderful blessings that Allah has given us among so many other blessings. In comparison with Hajj, Hajj is mandatory for any Muslim who has the ability and has the wherewithal to do it, meaning financially, health-wise, and everything that you need to be able to perform Hajj at least once in your lifetime. And however, Umrah has very, very, very great reward as well. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Sometimes some people think that you have to perform Hajj before you can perform Umrah. Yes, in hierarchy, Umrah is called lesser Hajj. Hajj is the ultimate. Is the ultimate as far as its hierarchy, his position, its state, its status. As far as Islam is concerned and Allah is concerned, Hajj is one of the pillars of Islam. If you are able to perform it health-wise, financially, and everything that you need to be able to go to perform Hajj, whether you are living in Arabia or not, it is one of the pillars of Islam that you should ensure that you perform before you go back to Almighty Allah, before you die. However, Umrah is also very, very beneficial. There are so many hadith and so many sunnah that we can use as evidence for how important Umrah also is, and how much of a great blessing it is. For example, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam performed Umrah before he ever performed Hajj, and he only performed one Hajj in his lifetime before Allah called him back to him. So the first he performed, it is counted as 4 Umrah that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam performed. The first one was when he and his the followers, the Muslims, were ready. They were dressed. They were in the ihram. They were in Medina and heading to Mecca for the Umrah. But because the Meccans were going to attack them, the non-Muslim Meccans at the time were going to attack them, and since you cannot kill during your ihram, when you are in the state of ihram, which is your state of sacred complete devotion to Allah, you are in a sacred state, so you should not even kill animals. You cannot go hunting. For those who are hunters, you cannot even kill insects. You just shoot them away once you are in your ihram. So Allah gave them a command to go back home and not to perform Umrah during this time until the treaty of peace, what do we call it, between the non-Muslims and the Muslims, and the non-Muslims who were persecuting Muslims at the time, because of course they did not want Islam to take over the paganism, which is multiple worship of other things other than Allah, other than God. So Allah counted that for all the members, Rasulullah, the leaders, and all the pilgrims. So the second one, he was a full one. He performed it the following year was when he actually performed the first one with so many of the Muslim followers, and then he performed another one. I can't remember the year, but he performed another one. So the third one that he performed is the one that is part of his Hajj, the only Hajj that our Prophet performed. So that is to let us know that Umrah does not have to, you don't have to wait until you have the money and the ability to perform Umrah, to perform Hajj before you go to Umrah. Umrah also serves as a preparation for Hajj. You are spiritually and physically prepared, and you know a lot of what you will encounter. It's not that it's not like definitely you have to perform Umrah before Hajj or Hajj before Umrah. We just know that as far as Allah is concerned and the religion of Islam, Hajj is more important. The blessing from Hajj, of course, is greater than for Umrah, but we are also encouraged to perform Umrah multiple times. As the Prophet said, that we should do it multiple times, as many times as you can, because between one Umrah to the other, there are all your sins are forgiven if everything is performed correctly. We obey all the rules, all the regulations, and we are very pious. We're fully spiritually connected to what we're doing. Is not a mechanical thing, and we didn't go there just for material things, to shop or to buy gold or just for sightseeing. If we go there with the intention that we're going to worship Allah, we're going to answer the call of Almighty Allah to come visit Him. So once we accept that invitation, we are raised to high status. We are called the youth of Allah, the guests of Allah. Imagine, that you are the guests of Allah. And the Arabians, those who live in Saudi Arabia, they do treat you like that, with so much love and so much, positive energy and hospitality, that these are visitors of Allah, So we're delegates of Allah. Those are some of the attributes that they use for the pilgrims who come to perform Umrah or Hajj. Because when we say Labbaik Allahumma Labbaik, we are responding to the invitation of Almighty Allah to come and visit Him in His house, in His splendor. That's not even in Al-Jannah. This is just here. But you will have the feeling as if you are there. You know the presence. You know Allah is present there. You feel the presence of Almighty Allah when you are in Mecca, Medina, on this pilgrimage, inshallah. So I hope this short message sharing, information sharing is useful for all of us, and it inspires everyone to go to Umrah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. As-salatu fa-nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. May the peace and blessings of Allah be unto our prophet and all the prophets of Allah, because all the prophets that were sent, they were sent from Allah. May Almighty Allah give them peace and blessings, and us all. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.